Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chum here, and welcome back to another episode of Battlespot Blast. Today, once again, we're going to be doing some raiding battles, so let's click that button and let's jump straight into it. Communicating, please wait. I'll be very, very patient. And while we wait, I want to talk to you guys about some of the foolish plays I made in the previous episode. So if you guys aren't aware, in the last episode, I went up against a Z-splashing Serena, which of course I believe makes your attack go to +6 in one turn. I could be wrong. But what I did foolishly was I brought in my Lycanroc and honestly just gave it away. When technically I could have gone into my Komodo, who does outspeed Serena, let alone Serena at -1 speed courtesy of Rock Tomb, and I could have KO'd it that way. It was honestly really, really stupid of me, and I need to learn these new Pokemon better. I think that is the biggest thing that is making me mess up these battles and end up with what I'm not sure our current win-loss is 2 losses, 1 win. So 1 win, 2 losses, if you want to put it normally like a normal person. Either way, we're back with the exact same team again. We have Primarina with the Primarina Z move. We have Komodo with Life Orb. Mimikyu with the Ghost DMZ. Lycanroc with the Focus Sash. Araquanid with the Citrus Berry, who hasn't seen the light of day just yet, but it will very soon. And then next up we have, last but not least rather, we have Mudsdale holding the Assault Vest. So that's going to be our team. We're good to go. In a second, once it's done checking, it'll communicate and it will tell us what our rating is. I want to see what it is. It's probably somewhere around 1460, 1470, because, I mean, like I said, we did lose matches. That's really unfortunate for us. Oh, it is 1476, so we're not too bad right now. 3 battles, 1 win, 2 losses. Really unfortunate. And like I said, had I been smarter, or had I at least looked it up, I could have looked it up. Either way, we're going up against someone who is 1499. Like I said, had I looked it up, had I known the speed tiers, I could have definitely won that fight. Now, looking at this team, we have Marowak, Celesteela, Tapu Koko, Gyarados, Garchomp, and Tapu Bulu. So a very, very, very serious team. Now, we honestly don't have anyone in our team that can take on Celesteela, apart from maybe Komodo with Flamethrower, which is really, really, honestly, a bad way to match a Celesteela. So I think we could probably end up seeing Celesteela leading for the opponent. Honestly, looking at the rest of the team, Tapu Koko is really not handled by anyone, and honestly, like, no one is really handled on this team. We are pretty outmatched right now. I think just for craziness sake, we're going to lead with Primarina. It's crazy, but we're going to do it. We're just going to take a risk here. In the back for Tapu Koko, we probably need to have Lycanroc, maybe. I'm not too sure. We might need... See, we don't have any of the major types, like Electric and Fire. Those are the types that you really, really need, and I don't have any of those. I think we can safely bring in Araquanid, because Araquanid is just a beast of a Pokemon. And then finally, last but not least, I think we will bring with us Mimikyu, because it's just such a safe bet. It's a really reliable Pokemon, especially with that disguise. So here we are. This guy has that really, really cool Professor Oak shirt. The only thing I don't like about those shirts is that it's sleeveless, like they're tank tops. I get that we're in the Alola region for this game and that it's like meant to be a tropical island, or it is a tropical island, but I don't like wearing a tank top for my character. So, it really sucks that none of the, tees have cool prints. But either way, Primarina will lead off here. It's such a random lead. Maybe they won't predict it. They send out Tapu Bulu, which is pretty bad for us. But what we will do here, we're probably going to see a Wood Hammer, which I honestly can't say that I'm okay with. If we look at our team, we have we have a really bad time against something like Tapu Bulu. I think what we should do is just go for the Ice Beam. We should outspeed this thing. I don't think it's very fast, and then it will just murder our soul. Tapu Bulu goes for Wood Hammer. We're KO'd. We're not leaving this. There we go. We're not leaving this. Honestly, Mimikyu might have been a good lead. Just set up with Mimikyu and sweep. That would have been smart. Tapu Bulu loses a lot of HP. And again, I could have switched out, but at the same time, losing Mimikyu's thing or getting Araquanid hit by something like Wood Hammer is a really bad time. I think what we actually might do is go into Araquanid. And sadly, Leech Life isn't actually a good play here. But Poison Jab is 4 times super effective. So we'll go for the Poison Jab. It sucks that Fairy resists Bug. I kind of don't like that. But we'll go for the Poison Jab. That's kind of, honestly, Poison Jab, like Tapu Bulu, is the reason I have Poison Jab on the set. Wood Hammer is here going to do a lot of damage, but not too much because we are... I'm defensively invested. How did that one-shot me? You have to be kidding me. Oh my goodness, guys. This is a whitewash. It's literally a whitewash. It's all up to Mimikyu now. We're going to go for the... we're just going to go for the Z-Power because I think this thing... Actually, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to go for the Swords Dance. This thing might actually be Choice Scarf Woodhammer. If it outspeeds us, it's Choice Scarf. No, it doesn't outspeed us. We go for the Swords Dance. What's it going to do? Is it going to pull off some magic trick and take us out? It's going to go for the Woodhammer once again. It's very low HP. I'm going to assume that... Oh, wait. We don't need to assume that Shadow Sneak KOs because we can just go for Shadow Claw. It is neutral, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Tapu Bulu getting a little bit of health back. I completely forgot that grassy terrain does that. We're going to go for the Shadow Claw. This should... I can't imagine a, neutral Shadow Claw doing 25%. So +2 Shadow Claw should get the KO. If it doesn't, honestly, we severely messed up. And the reason I'm saving my Z move is because I really need it for something else. I'm hoping for a frail Pokemon that we can KO with Shadow Sneak, and then of course a tanky Pokemon which we have to go for our Z move with. Now we see Celesteela. Really, really bad for us. It's such a defensive Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to go for the Z-Power, and we're going to go for the Never-Ending Nightmare. And hopefully do at least 75% to this thing. It is a very, very, very defensive Pokemon. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if they went for something like Roost. We'll see. This is a +2 Z move. It should do a really, really good amount. Could we see a Mimikyu reverse sweep right now? And the reason I say reverse sweep is because we were about to get swept and he countered and swept. Can we see that happen right now? If we fall short from winning because we need one more Pokemon, like i.e. an Araquanid, we failed very, very hard and I will hate myself for that. If we see Tapu Koko as the last Pokemon, then Araquanid meant nothing because Tapu Koko would definitely take us out. But still, I can't believe we wasted Araquanid like that. Now here we have Gyarados. Do we think we can outspeed? I'm not too sure. But I'm not sure they have any option. They might even... I think we just have to go for a Play Rough. They're probably going to Mega Evolve and go for like a Dragon Dance or something. They do Mega Evolve. The only question is, do they outspeed us? We are max speed. Even if they're max speed after Mega Evolution, they will outspeed. But will they one-shot us? That's another question. Another very important question. They have Mold Breaker, which is a very good ability against us. But this should KO. It does KO. Mimikyu, you're amazing. Oh my goodness. So... if you guys don't know why I said a Mold Breaker is a good ability, Mold Breaker actually hits through Disguise, which is relevant now because that Disguise is gone, but oh my goodness, Mimikyu, you hero! Tell me Mimikyu isn't amazing. Right now, go to the comment section and just put hashtag Mimikyu. Just hashtag Mimikyu, because seriously, it is such an amazing Pokemon. I got destroyed. Don't get me wrong. I got absolutely murdered by that man. And I brought a bad team. I brought 2 water types when they had a Tapu Koko. What's wrong with me? And then Mimikyu's like, don't worry, bro. I got you. I got you. I'll bring it back. Tell me Mimikyu isn't the best Pokemon this generation. Either way, we're going to continue battling. And normally I'd say I'll meet up with you guys in the next battle, but I just have to keep talking about how amazing Mimikyu is. So you guys can see our rating now. 2 wins, 2 losses. We are at 1493. And of course, the reason that we're at even wins and losses but not actually a higher rating is because we did lose to someone at 1200, 1299. Either way, we're going against Daira, who was 1424, I believe, and we're going to see Celesteela and Tapu Koko once again. We also see Marowak, Vikavolt, Garchomp, and Sylveon. Now, Mudsdale is almost necessary here because it can handle Sylveon so well. No one else on our team can handle something like a Sylveon. We also see... The thing is, Mudsdale is also pretty well countered by a good portion of their team. But I think it's almost safe, because they have those 2 fairy types which Mudsdale wants to go up against. Celesteela can definitely handle Mudsdale. I think what we'll do is we'll have Mudsdale in the back as ready to switch into Tapu Koko or Sylveon. And I think what we'll do is, like, Primary is actually pretty necessary right now against the Marowak and the Garchomp. So that's pretty dangerous. Or pretty dangerous not to bring one of them. I think what we'll do is we'll lead Araquanid. We're going to bring Mudsdale in the back. Because Araquanid is... Actually, no. Araquanid is a bad choice here. And Araquanid is a really bad choice here. I also have to go with Primary now. Mudsdale in the back. And then for our final Pokemon, I don't want to just rely on Mimikyu. But Mimikyu is such a good Pokemon. It's such a good Pokemon. Actually, you know what? We'll bring Lycanroc because it can handle both the Marowak and the Vikavolt, which is pretty useful for us. And it's just a a sturdy Pokemon all around. It's effectively like Mimikyu because it does have Focus Sash. Focus Sash is almost like our disguise, I guess, and we don't need a Swords Dance to do work. We can be like a late game sweep. We can damage everyone and have him pick up some KOs at the end. That's what we want to see. Again, like I said, I don't want to rely on Mimikyu because it is such a strong Pokemon. It is a very, very strong Pokemon, especially if your opponent doesn't know what to do against it. And honestly, I use Mimikyu and I don't know what to do against it, so that's that. Primarina is here. We're gonna see a Tapu Koko lead, which means guaranteed we are switching out right now into our Mudsdale. Mudsdale can take a Dazzling Gleam, no problem. And of course, we are immune to the... Well, let's not hit the fight button and get too hasty. We're going to go into Mudsdale. Like I said, we have Assault Vest. We take the Dazzling Gleam like there's no tomorrow. And Primarina does not want to take any attack from Koko. I kind of knew this might be their lead, but again, I was okay with it. And I'm definitely... Like, you could definitely see them going not going for Dazzling Gleam and actually going for the Electric Tap move. Which is quite funny. I'm sitting here expecting to take the Dazzling Gleam, and yet I'm still choosing not to stay in. And that's because I don't lose much by switching into a Dazzling Gleam. Whereas if I do stay in against an Electric Tap attack, I lose so much more. In fact, I probably lose Primarina. So Mudsdale is here. We're going to see a Brave Bird. Interesting choice of move. It's going to get my stamina up as well, which is very, very good for me. And which means also the next Brave Bird is going to do next to nothing in comparison. That still is a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, that is a lot of damage, but we can sit here, we can take it no matter what it goes for, we guaranteed live it. And let's look at that Pokemon. What do we see? They don't have anything that wants to take an Earthquake apart from Celesteela. So I think we just go for the Earthquake. Actually, no, we're going to go for the Heavy Slam. No, that's a bad idea. Ooh. Celesteela still resists Heavy Slam, so we'll go for the Earthquake. They might think they can kill us with Dazzling Gleam. They go for U-turn. Very smart move to get a bit of chip damage. At the same time, it might not be that smart because they do give us another defense boost. Please don't go into the ooh, it's Life Orb. I didn't see that the first time. Because I saw Brave Bird recall. I assumed it was just Brave Bird. Please don't go into Celesteela. That'll be a bad time for me. I don't want to see that. Very interesting set though. I'm one who wants to run a special Tapu Koko rather than a physical. So we see a Garchomp here. That's fine for us. That's very, very fine for us. I'm honestly tempted just to stay in here against this Garchomp. If we can do 50%, we can do 50%. This thing is going to have to put in the finest work to kill us at +2. So another Earthquake is a safe play here. I'm hoping to see Mudsdale put in the finest. Like I said, we have +2 max HP. We should live this. We do live it, courtesy of that that amazing stamina. I love this ability. It is so good. That attack would have easily carried me had I not had stamina. And look at this, guys. A half HP Mudsdale is taking down a Garchomp. Tell me that isn't really, really cool. So we're going to see what's going to come in here. It's probably going to be their third Pokemon. I can't imagine they send in Tapu Koko once again. I retract my statement. They do send in Tapu Koko, and right now, looking at our Pokemon, we have no choice but to sit here and take the attack. So we're just going to click Earthquake. They're going to kill us, most likely, unless they happen to go for, like, what? Okay, Brave Bird is here. We technically might live this. We are now +3 defenses compared to the first time we actually took one of these attacks. We live on 1 HP. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. +4 stamina. Earthquake. Earthquake come through. We see them take all that recoil. And then the Earthquake. Let's go, Mudsdale. Oh my goodness, guys. Our Pokemon are coming through for us today. And I'm excited, guys. I'm glad I chose to keep using this team for at least 2 more episodes. Because, oh my goodness, they're doing amazing things right now. Amazing things. And Marowak is the final Pokemon here. There's no way we outspeed this thing. There's a potential chance, but we're pretty low speed right now. We're just going to go for the Earthquake. It's not going to happen. There's no point. We're going to die, but we have to sack you off here. The match was forfeited. Oh, I guess because they know that in the back we have Primarina. And in fact, both of our remaining Pokemon were actually chosen to KO Marowak. So a very good win for us there. It kind of sucks we didn't get to see anyone else pull off something cool. I would have loved to get Primarina in and go for the Z move, but sadly that didn't happen. But oh my goodness, these first 2 matches have been pretty ridiculous. So saving the battle video, like I said, I always save them for thumbnail purposes, because when I can get the HUD-less or UI-less screenshot, so there's no like battle time or anything like that. When I just get the screenshot, the clean screenshot, it looks amazing for thumbnails. Otherwise, let's keep going and let's Let's just keep battling. And again, I normally say let's meet up when I find my next opponent, but I'm just going to stay here. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk. You guys can see we are finally above 1500 again after all that work from our good, amazing friends at Mimikyu and Mudsdale. I definitely want to see it Rakuen come through in a battle right now after I just slaughtered him off. Either way, we'll see our next opponent with a 1446 rating. And I love that people can pick their own trainer passports because they're always so funny. Either way, we see a Xurkitree here, which is our biggest threat. We see another Mudsdale, of course, and another Primarina, a Masquerain, a Skarmory, and a Steelix. A Steelix? Whoa. Metagross, and not a Steelix. Looking at this team, Komodo is a really good bet, barring the barring that not Masquerain, barring that, what do you call it? Primarina. Oh my goodness, get it together. So Komodo will bring it in the back because Komodo can handle quite a lot of the members in their team. We need a priority user for the Xurkitree because it hits way too hard. And that priority user will probably be Mimikyu. I think it really has to be Mimikyu. Nothing really counters Mimikyu on their team, and plus Mimikyu can hit Steelix. Oh my goodness, Metagross for super effective damage. So I think it's a good set right there. We can't afford to bring a Rakuen in because there's too much super effective against it. I think we might just... No, we can't lead Mimikyu. That's crazy talk. Let's lead... No, that's crazy talk too. No, let's do it. Let's lead Komodo. Let's bring Mimikyu in the back. And what else do we need here? Rock typing will come in handy for us though. Not really too much. Primarina is useless. Rakuen is useless. We'll bring the Lycanroc because Mudsdale is also pretty... You know, that's a lie. It's a lie. Mudsdale is useful. After last match, we saw Mudsdale is very useful. And we're bringing both of our heroes. We're bringing both Mimikyu and Mudsdale. So, let's see what happens. We're going to lead, like I said, with Komodo. I really desperately hope that we don't see the Primarina lead. Because if so, I think we have to sack off Komodo. We should have speed though, so we're getting attack off. But I think that we'll be in a really bad position if they lead Primarina, which is probably a reason not to have led the Pokemon that I did lead. We see Xurkitree here. Now, I know Xurkitree is very frail on both sides, and I think it's just pure electric typing. We have no reason not to just go for the Clanging Scales. We can take a hit probably from this thing because we are max HP. Sorry, we are max. This is gonna be a Primarina. Yep. I was a fool. I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming. Now, like I said, with Primarina here against us, we probably just have to go for the Flash Cannon to get some damage off, and then bring in Mimikyu for a Swords Dance setup. And that's my plan here. We go first. We take the Flash Cannon damage. Whatever we can get off is worthwhile. That is a decent amount of damage. We're going to see a Moonblast here take us out, which is going to be unfortunate. But what are we going to do to that? I wish I predicted the switch. Or at least went for a move. I didn't need Komodo to Clanging Scales there. If I had gone for two focus. If I had gone for two, at least something that could hit this Pokemon, and then going for, and then seeing, oh, are you gonna stay and are you gonna switch out? It would have been a lot smarter on my part. I definitely realized my mistakes there. Either way, I think we can almost safely go for Ghostinium Z and KO, without going for the Swords Dance. It's a pretty big risk, but if it does pay off, we do get the KO. Actually, I think it's too much of a risk, because this thing is a defensive Pokemon. Were it not a defensive Pokemon, I would have gone for it, but it is a relatively, it's tankier more than it is fast. We'll go for the Swords Dance, let it take down our Disguise, and then we'll go crazy with whatever the hell we're going to do. Scald is here. If it burns us, I'm going to be so upset. But it's actually a good play to counter Mimikyu. It doesn't look like it burns us. I think Burn comes up before Disguise. Okay, good. We're safe. And now we saw that we had speed, so we can just go for the Shadow Claw and take this thing out. I hope and I pray. This should do the damage. They might be thinking about switching. They don't switch probably because they just want to sack off Primarina. Shadow Claw should pick up the KO. Wow, are we serious? No, what a waste. And they're going to get the second chance to score us too. We are so garbage in this game, guys. We should have gone for the Z move. Part of me said, hey dude, Z-move is your best play. And that part of me also didn't listen. This thing I think can get Aqua Jet. So we're gonna go for Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak should pick up the KO from this range. If I'm wrong, I'm just an idiot. Honestly, I'm just an idiot. But like I said, this thing can get Aqua Jet. And if I get Aqua Jetted by this thing, I'm gonna be so gutted. So down goes the Primarina, and we still have a a speedy Mimikyu with +2. My only question is, can Xurkitree outspeed us? I'm actually gonna research it right now. I'm not taking risks. I'm gonna research it because I have to know. I have to know if Xurkitree can outspeed max speed Mimikyu without a speed boost. I think it does, which means you have to go for the what is it called? We have to go for the Shadow Sneak. The Shadow Sneak should carry because this thing is really not defensive at all. So we'll sit here. My internet's being very slow because I'm actually uploading a video right now and I'm playing off my mobile internet because I think mobile internet actually seems to work better than my home internet just because of like proximity. So we see Xurkitree page finally loads. It's actually pretty slow. Mimikyu is faster. We're gonna go for the. It's actually not too weak. We're gonna go for the Z move, just for safety. This has to come through for us, ladies and gentlemen. This has to come. It does outspeed us. Oh my goodness, it's probably Choice Scarf, to be honest. It is probably Choice Scarf. I'm a fool. I should have gone for this. I should have gone for it. I should have gone for the. Wait, but if it is Choice Scarf, Mudsdale is here. We're gonna find out right now whether Xurkitree naturally outspeeds Mimikyu. I don't think it does. Unless it's because I'm not a speed boosting nature, I don't believe. So maybe the speed boosting nature did save it. But if it is, let's have a quick look at their team. Do they have anything that's flying in the air? They do. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go for the. We have to go for the Earthquake. We can't risk anything else. This thing might be forced to switch if it is energy. So it's not. It is not. Can confirm. It is not. What's that word? There's a word there. I'm forgetting it. It is not Choice Scarfed. It has the ground resisting berry. Makes sense. But this definitely won't one shot now with the ground resisting berry here. And I guess we get swept by Xurkitree, and it's really unfortunate because we're going to quickly tackle it, let them go for their move and let them show off a little bit. And it's really unfortunate. I definitely think I could have won this match had I clicked, had I not made both of those misplays. I was being way too conservative. I should have killed. I should have killed the Primarina with the Z move. I'm a fool. And then I also should have gone for Shadow Sneak against Xurkitree. So we made two misplays because I was being way too conservative. I wanted to save that Z move for way too late. And it was poor form on my part. I could have done better. I did not let my Pokemon live up to their true potential. And especially with Komodo. Komodo should have done more than that. But I went for Clanging Scales like they didn't have fairy types. Either way, we'll save that battle video. And sadly, we do not get the 3 wins that we could have had in this episode. But at least we got better than last time. 2 wins and 1 loss. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you guys want to see more episodes from this series, of course, as well as other series such as our Wi-Fi battles and our Pokemon Sun and Nuzlocke, make sure you hit that subscribe button also. And finally, I want to thank you all for watching. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.